Thank you for joining me again. I filmed this fall inspired look using coppers and golds and greens. And I filmed this look using my Sephora Pro editorial pigment palette again. I tried to do something a little bit more fall. The last look was a little bit more springy fall, late summer solstice type of feel. So I filmed this look using, again, the Sephora Pro Pigment Palette. It comes with 28 shades. I mean, the palette was like 60 something dollars, so I plan to get all of my money's worth by using this palette. On my lips, I used a NYX Liquid Suede Matte Cream Lipstick in Brooklyn Thorn. It's really pretty by itself, but I tried to use up my Jeffree Star. I know everybody hates him, but I don't care. I hate everybody, so. No, I tried to use the liquid lipsticks that I got, Checkmate, which is a really bright, vivid red orange, and I just wanted to tone it down and not make it be so orange on my lips, so I paired it with the Brooklyn Thorn, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so this is the completed look. I hope you guys like the tutorial. I'm going to do pretty much talk-throughs, or not talk-throughs, voiceovers, up until I am able to start doing talk-throughs. I would like to be able to do those too, but they kind of run a little longer, so I don't want to keep people for like 30 minutes or 27 something minutes watching a video. If you're interested in this wig, this is Outre. It's a synthetic Swiss lace Outre wig in Ariana. She came super long, but I cut this chick up to give her, you know, the way I like it. I feel like a round away girl. I think I look like a runaway girl. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, comment, rate, thumbs up, thumbs down. I prefer thumbs up, but I know some haters gonna thumbs down me, so it's all right. I ain't care. I ain't complaining. So anyway, again, hit me back on the next time. Bye. Okay, ladies, we're gonna start off using our NYX Precision Brow Pencil in black on the eyebrows. I'm using that basically to shape the tail ends of my brows and get that shape first, and then I'm going to go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade in chocolate to complete the front end and give it a more hair-like appearance. I'm using an angled brow brush. Now I'm going in with a little bit of Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm to prep my face for foundation, and some Too Faced eyeshadow insurance just to put into my crease of my lips or laugh lines or whatever. Now I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Conceal in Cool Tan to shape my brows. Did a little bit of color correcting with some LA Girl Pro Conceal in orange and a beauty sponge. And that's a dance break. I was feeling the music. I was feeling the beat. It always gets me pumped, so. Now I'm going in with some Maybelline Fit Me loose powder in medium dark. I'm going to put that on to keep my makeup long lasting and try and absorb some of the oils between my skin and the foundation. And I'm going in with my Lancome Tinty Doll in Bisque, and I'm using an angled, or not an angle, a pointed foundation brush just to apply that. And then I'm going to buff it in with a sponge. I'm using again LA Girl Pro Conceal to highlight. I'm doing highlight, not a cream contour today, just a cream highlight. And buffing that all in using a Real Techniques beauty sponge. Doing a little bit of baking my highlight, not too much, before I go in with powder. I'm using a Pixie Beauty Book contour kit. It's contour and bronzing, so I'm just going to use that to powder contour. I don't want to do a cream contour because sometimes they tend to be a little bit heavy looking, and I don't want to look too contoured. So I do want to look softer, and I'm using the same Pixie Beauty Book bronzing and contour to contour my nose a little bit lightly. I don't want it to look super skinny. I do love my nose, and I don't want it to completely lose its natural shape. So I'm just using a bit of that on like a fluffy flat brush to contour my nose, and using a little fluffy brush to wipe away all the powder. Using Sonia Kashuk's blush brush, and that is a Elf blush quad, and I'm using the brickish color on my cheeks just to put that blush. Now I'm using a poof to get away some of the color. Going in with a fluffy Morphe brush on the Naked Heat palette, and I'm using the color Sauced. I'm going to start that as my transition shade. And I'm just going to start with Sauced and build that up a little bit. Getting it to the desired look I want. And then I'm going to use a little flat eyeshadow brush to do underneath my eyebrow highlight, just to do that now so I don't have to worry about trying to fill it in later and losing some of my transition with that. So just doing that. And now I'm going in with my Kat Von D Monarch palette, and I'm using the orange shade in the palette called Deadhead. It is a pumpkin orange color with a little bit of shimmer, and I'm using that on a angled fluffy brush just to fill in the outer V and build that color up. I slowed it down so you can see what I'm doing. Basically, with that angle brush, it gives the perfect angle to get on that inner outer corner. Now I'm going in with a mixture of Enfuego and Ashes on the outer V still to try and get a little bit more depth to that outer V. And I'm just using the same fluffy angle brush to build that color up. I want it to be a fall inspired look, so I wanted to do, you know, oranges and rusts and just come with that fall leaf feel, leafy outside feel. So just using that angle brush to build that color up right there. Now I'm going in with another kind of fluffy angle brush with no color on it, and I just want to use that to buff out the edges so it doesn't look so uniform and hard. I just want that line to be a little bit more buffed. And I'm excited about my Sephora Pro palette again. Using a flat synthetic brush, I'm going into the shade Hector E from that palette. And as you can see, it's super pigmented. And like I said, this palette was like 60 some bucks, folks. So for 60 some bucks, it better be pigmented. It better be everything that I ever want in an eyeshadow palette. It does come with 28 shades, so that's awesome. So using Hector E and putting that on the lid and just a little bit in the inner corner just to, you know, brighten up that eye. And that's like really cute. Really, I wasn't expecting that much pigment, especially using a brush. Usually you have to put your finger in the pigment and then apply it with your finger on your eye. And I didn't use any additional bases on my eyelid, just the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Cool Tan. And so that is that. Looks cute. And I'm just building that up on the inside, on the lid and on the inner inside a little bit, just to make sure it's as bright as I want it to be. So I was filling my eye. I was really filling my eyelid So having a bit of a dance break. I don't know what I was listening to, but it was banging. It had me moving, and that's all it's about. I'm a great seat dancer, so I'm a dancer good, period, but I love seat dancing. I can get it in. And so now I'm going in with NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Horseradish, and I'm using that to line my waterline and my lower lid, my lash line. Basically, I want to put that down as a base because I'm going to go in with a deeper color, a deeper green, and I just want to use that to make sure that the green really pops. And I'm using the color Grass in the Sephora Pro Pigment palette. And this is the editorial palette. I don't know if I mentioned that. So I'm using that, and I'm using it on I think it's a smudger brush. And I'm using that green. Oh, actually, yeah, it is on a NYX smudger brush. It's a little bit more fluffy, but it's still very densely packed bristles, so it's able to concentrate color. So I'm using that on the lower lash line on top of the Horseradish Jumbo Pencil. Now I'm going in with my NYX Matte Liquid Liner, and it is black. This is my favorite new liquid liner. A lot of people swear by the NYC, and that's discontinued. So I'm using the NYX one. It was like $7, I think, at Ulta, so I love it. So just lining my eyelids, doing a slight wing, not too dramatic, but just slight enough. Now I'm going in with Maybelline Black is Black mascara. I put on some Huda Beauty lashes in the shade Jade, and I'm going in now with my Brooklyn Thorn by NYX on it's a liquid suede matte lipstick. So I'm going in to line my lips basically with that. I don't mind liners, but I do like using browns and other colors to line my lips with matte lipsticks. I just like that. It's easier to work with. So I'm just basically lining my lips with that, and I want to do an ombre-ish look on my lips. And I'm going to use that NYX. I love that color on its own, but this is a fall look that's kind of cool tone. So even though it's brown, it's kind of cool. It reminds me of like 90s grunge color. So I'm going to use that. And then I'm going to go in with Jeffree Star's Checkmate. So I'm using that. I haven't used a lot of the colors in my Jeffree Star collection, so I'm trying to use those, especially the bright ones. So I'm using that on my lips in the center. And I just want to get it to be not so super orangey, but still, pretty orangey, reddish brick is the color I was going for. So just a warm tone lip, a warm tone ombre lip. I'm just using a little brush just to blend that out and get it, or blend it in and blend it out, get it where I want it to be. And I'm using a concealer brush, angled concealer brush to clean up the lines. Now I'm using my my Sephora Pro highlighter brush. And I'm going to highlight my nose using the Wet n Wild Crown of My Canopy highlighter. This is thebomb.com. If y'all don't know, now you know. That is, and I'm also using Becca, what is her name? Jaclyn Hill collection highlight as well. It's the Prosecco Pop one, and it comes with a blush duo and a highlight. So I'm using both of those. So I am using the Wet n Wild Crown of My Canopy highlight, as well as the Becca Prosecco Pop. So I really like the Crown of My Canopy. It's warmer. It's more for my complexion. The Becca one is quite gold, very light gold. So I still go in with my my Wet n Wild. Now I'm going to take a little pointed brush. It's a Eco Tools brush, and I'm going to use that Becca Prosecco Pop highlighter, and I'm going to do a little bit more highlighting. I think I'm going to do the highlight on the inner corner of my eyes. I do like it right there. I do like it on certain points of my face, but I definitely like it on the inside corner, on the inner tear duct. I think it's really cute there. It's just makes me look more lit. So I like it right there too. And then that is the finished look. I'm going to spray my face. And that